Right. Cool. On this episode of the Radar Report, we talk about video game movies and pretty much why they suck. I mean, really.
Yeah.
And
really.
As always,
what's the deal with these video game movies?
Speaking of Ashtray, he's here, so fuck him. Next to him is Mystic. Mystic is gonna bitch about this topic because it contains video games. So hey, fuck him too. Then there's Oracle.
It contains video game movies.
Video game movies. You're right. Then there's Oracle. He was cool until I found out this motherfucker's trying to top my beard game. So that's not gonna happen. Fuck him. Fuck him too. Yeah, he's no longer cool.
That's because all your hair migrated from the top of your head to your beard.
And my back. You missed that part. Okay. And I'm Teddy. I'm the motherfucking shit. I have 12 days without smoking. So if I get a little bit antsy, my bad. But also, fuck you. This came out of this topic came out of an Xbox party. Xbox party fucking thing. I forgot this. Everybody get your shit together.
For the Dane County Humane Society, pause for the cause.
Dane County, yeah. Pause for the motherfucking cause. I'm gonna still talk while mine's going because I fucking forgot to do my time right. This whole movie thing started for us. Video game movie started back in 1993. They say The Wizard was the first video game movie because it was video games.
Oh,
they
yeah.
came out nice. You all remember The Wizard?
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah, that's how they introduced Super Mario Brothers 3. You are correct.
What a brilliant fucking move. I was mesmerized by that shit when I was a kid.
Everybody was. That big fucking thing at the end opened up. They're like, everyone playing Super Mario Brothers 3. We all lost our shit.
Are we talking about video games that are video game movies or ones that are based on video games?
We are talking about ones that are based on video games, but because this is the first one that really embraced video games. It was a lot They kind of say this is the first one. It came out in 1989. The actual
that movie rocked, by the way.
That movie did fucking rock. Yeah. It grossed a lifetime gross of $14 million. It made This is $89, $1989. Okay. The opening weekend it did $2.1 million, and it was in 1,200 theaters. So
1,200 theaters. That's it. That seems not that many, right?
Let's see if it has the budget on here. No, it does not have the budget on here of what it was. So really, the first video game movie based on a video game was Super Mario Brothers. It came out in 1993, and that was a pretty hot piece of shit. It starred John.
That movie is still considered one of the worst movies ever made.
Ever made, yes.
Yeah, like if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got super low fucking rating.
Yeah, super low ratings. Yeah. Domestic opening was $8.5 million. It had a budget of $48 million.
$48 million for the Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
And how much?
And what year was that?
This is 1993
or 93.
The opening was $8.5 million. It only lifetime made in its lifetime gross has only made $20 million, $20.9 million.
Man, it hasn't even made half of what it cost.
What it cost, yeah.
Ouch.
That starred John Leguizamo.
Poor John Leguizamo.
Who was who played Koopa? Dennis Hopper played Koopa.
Dennis
It was a
Hopper.
horrible movie.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a bad movie because I do get that video, just like comic books or any other or regular books or any other kind of thing you're trying to make into a movie. It's open to for some reason people think it's open to interpretation. Video games can be.
It is open to interpretation.
The thing is, you have to interpret it
right
to make it
That's
a movie.
what it has on.
How do you take the 2D Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah, I get that. Yes, how to do that kind of thing. But back in those days, they didn't have the CG to really do what they really kind of needed to interpret. I feel Super Mario Brothers. So like Ashtray brought up a good point that the Dead Space cartoon the Dead Space video game. They did come out with a couple movies. I think it was.
That was like with like the second game or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it was a cartoon. And I was telling him, like, you couldn't have a Dead Space movie, a live action movie, because to show that kind of horror and those kind of things to stay true to the video game, the CG would be, just fucking out of this world kind of weird shit. And I know Mystic, how he feels about CG.
Why does it have to stay true to the video game, Teddy?
Because that's what it's based off of.
So based. You just used the word based.
Yes,
that's the thing.
You know what that means? You're telling me that it has to be exactly like it, a carbon copy of verbatim.
No, not a carbon copy, not verbatim, just true to the universe, I guess.
The thing is, though, then it's like you got to realize it's just your perception of like, well, that's not true to the comic.
Exactly, like I said
earlier. Got a real strict idea.
I do have a real strict idea because I'm the fanboy. You all are the fans. I get it. I understand that. That's why I wanted to have this kind of conversation about the old movies and shit. So we're gonna keep moving. Y'all can ridicule the way I think about shit here in a little bit. I didn't realize this. So the first one was Mario Brothers, and then we got hit with a bombardment of shitty video game movies. The Double Dragon movie came out.
Street Fighter, baby.
Street Fighter, yeah.
Street Fighter, baby.
We'll get the Street Fighter. Okay,
yeah, that's the one I think of.
Yourself.
Okay. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Best fucking movie ever. And like I was saying, like that line that I said earlier, Teddy didn't even hear it.
What did you say?
I said I'm a spick that I ride respected like Raul Julia. He played Bison.
Yeah. He actually died a few months before that movie came out. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Street Fighter, right? Wait a second.
Sorry, go ahead.
Let me go on one more thing. From '93, after '93, Double Dragon came out in 1994. I don't know if y'all ever.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
It's a hot piece of shit. These two. Sure, I mean, it's a hot piece of shit. Fucking hot mess. Street Fighter came out also in '94, December 23rd. It was a Christmas movie. Some fun facts about this movie is it also Jean-Claude Van Damme. They shot the movie in Thailand, I think it was, and he kept jetting off to China to get high on cocaine or some shit, or maybe it's vice versa. He shot it in Thailand or in China or something, and he was jetting off to Thailand. Or he was catching flights like every night after filming and going getting high on cocaine and coming back and fucking and coming back and filming the movie. It was fucking. This movie was a hot fucking mess. How much do you think made opening weekend?
A lot.
14 million.
Oh Jesus Christ, no. 6.8. 14 million. Yeah, 6.8. Its budget was 35 million.
I thought it would make more than that opening weekend just because it's opening on Christmas.
Street Fighter 2 was huge.
I think that's what they
at that time.
They were kind of banking on this came out when there was like Street Fighter Alpha had come out, and so it was like the new echelon of these fighting games that it's based off of. They actually so the lifetime gross of this movie was 33 million. And it was actually
it almost made its budget.
It also almost made its budget back. That's the lifetime though from 1995.
Damn. So 26 fucking years.
What's weird about this game is weird about this is they released a Street Fighter. Like I said, there were Street Fighter games already out. Street Fighter Turbo, Hybrid Edition, Championship Edition. They had all these games out already, and they released a movie version of Street Fighter.
Yeah.
It was
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It was fucking horrible. It was it was the digitized graphics. It was kind of like Mortal Kombat-ish.
I forgot they made a movie. There's fucking Mortal Kombat movies.
Oh, that was him opening. And it was very horrible.
Mortal Kombat.
It was bad. Okay, and then next in 1995 we get the first Mortal Kombat movie. The first
what movie?
Mortal Kombat movie, 1995.
Oh, 95.
Yeah.
If you're around our age, these movies meant something to you. We'll get on to the new shit here in a little bit for you millennials and shit. But I remember my father taking me to see the Super Mario Brothers movie in the movie theaters, and I remember halfway through the movie being like, this movie fucking sucks.
So Mortal Kombat, that must have done pretty well, right?
And August 18, 1995, it did opening weekend 23 million.
All right.
23 million, 1995. Let's see if I can get the.
I think I saw it when it came out.
Everybody saw the movie. It was fucking.
Yeah,
Okay.
I went to it.
Okay, so domestic.
They had that fucking song on the radio too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked at the skate center when that movie came out. It
Oh
fucking
God.
yeah.
It just
Probably
had
heard that shit fucking.
Yeah. It
Like,
was
quit using all the sound effects from the fucking game.
so lifetime domestic. It did 70 million.
Damn.
International, it did 51 million for a total of 122 million worldwide.
Pretty good.
Yeah. The only thing is this movie, the game, this Mortal Kombat was pretty much the cause for the ESRB ratings and shit. Like the parents wanted to fucking were upset about the violence in the video game thing.
You're ripping spines out now.
I mean, really, this was a bloody game. I mean, like the Super Nintendo version, there is no blood code. You can't get fatalities on a Super Nintendo version. On the Sega Genesis version, you can, but you have to have a code for it. This game caused a lot of ruckus, and but the movies, both movies, were rated PG-13.
Oh damn.
So there are no blood in either one of these movies.
Really?
And right, and they even though I'm using the word based, it's based off Mortal Kombat. There's no blood in either one of those movies. And the newer movie that came out in 2021, that one is rated R.
and
it is fucking awesome.
They stayed true to the comic.
They very true.
I enjoyed that movie. I thought it was fun.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Which was the old ones or the new ones?
The new one. Yeah, the new one.
I thought the new one was great too.
Yeah.
Where Sub-Zero formed a fucking spike out of dude's blood and fucking stabbed him with it. How more badass is that?
I really kind of wanted to talk about this topic, to talk about the worst actor I hate the most.
The worst actor you hate the most.
Yes, I fucking hate this skinny, no titty cunt. Mila Jovovich. Is that how you pronounce the last name?
Mila Jovovich?
Jovovich, yes. Because I don't
she
think
ruined Resident Evil.
Resident Evil?
Well, Resident Evil movies weren't very. I've only seen one. They weren't very good at all. They were horrible movies. The only movie I've ever seen she's ever been good in was fucking
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, and she didn't even get real words to talk about.
She didn't really talk.
She didn't really talk. So
Dallas.
The first Resident Evil movie did. What do you think it grossed? It came out in 2002.
I think it did really well.
Do you think it did really well? I think it did really well.
54 million.
54 million? Close, bro. Opening weekend, domestic opening, it did 17 million. That was the domestic opening. Well, you were close to the domestic lifetime. Domestic lifetime.
Really? It's still only for fucking 54.
How much did it cost to make?
It cost 33 million to make. It was 40 million domestic, 62 million international. It did better internationally than it did fucking over here. For a worldwide total of 102 million. $102 million.
Which that's considered a success.
Right, it is. Which is why it made 3 times its fucking budget internationally or worldwide. So that's why they have like 5 of them. They're making another one.
Right. Yeah.
Fuck's sake. I mean, Jesus Christ! Just stop going to see these shitty fucking movies.
8 of them. So I actually, when I had surgery, I watched them all in a row.
Oh, I feel the same way about the Fast and Furious movies.
So do they get? So I've only seen the first one. Is there a high point in the movies, Ashtray? Like, is there an actual good one?
They're all kind of just like, I was actually surprised at how well, because it is her husband directs all of them. Like that's kind of how.
Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That's kind of how.
Same with the Kate Beckinsale with those Underwear movies.
She would do that many Resident Evil movies, you know?
Right.
But I was surprised at how much the story arc continues through each movie. I mean, yeah, some of them get ridiculous with what the Umbrella Corporation.
Fan, how bad were they?
Oh, as a horror fan, they were like, mid-shelf.
Bullshit.
Not B, but fucking.
Oh yeah, yeah, not straight. Yeah, not like quite down to B, but like more just the story is kind of like okay.
Reviewing them.
They need to do a movie based off of Resident Evil Village. They do the storytelling that they do in that game, I mean, it is, you're on the edge of your seat, man.
You are, but here's the thing: somebody's gonna interpret it as a comedy, and then
right.
okay,
A
because it's
rom-com
only based on the fucking game,
right?
So I mean, that's where, I mean,
right? Jeez.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Teddy. We've seen what big Hollywood directors do when they're fanboys. It's called Zack Snyder, and it's not fucking pretty.
Right.
You know what I'm
Zack
saying?
Snyder a fanboy?
Fuck yeah, he's a fucking fanboy. Why do you think he tried to shove 18 different comics into Superman versus Batman? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, dude, that shit was fucking ridiculous.
I didn't know he was a fanboy.
Superman versus Batman pissed me off.
It was just a fucking shit. It's just a shitty directed movie. He's a fucking great visual artist.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what he started as. But he's just a shitty fucking director. Sorry, Zach, if you're watching.
Yeah, Zach, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
God damn, Zach.
Oh,
he's the one driving a Bentley and fucking a supermodel. I'm the one that here fucking
he's gonna give up filmmaking
on Facebook.
Yeah, no, this is one of Mystic's nice favorites. Doom. Doom here.
You know, I haven't seen. That's with The Rock.
That was
right?
a bad one.
It is with The Rock. It came out in 2000. Came out in 2005. What do you think it? What do you think it did? Domestic opening.
I think it did poorly.
I'm gonna say, let's do $10 million.
Yeah, 05 Rock.
05 Rock.
Drawn what he's drawn.
He was he was not drawing what he's drawn. Right. You are correct.
He was early. That was early in his
yep.
movie or acting.
Well, it was one of his early ones because it was up there because it was around the time he came out with the Walk Tall, and he was getting started around this time. So yeah, it did 15 million domestic opening. The budget for it was $60 million. Holy shit! Wow. I mean, it did have a lot of CG and stuff in it. And I'm pretty sure that the 5 seconds that they took you to the first person shooter part.
Oh God, yeah, that part. It's like, I mean, we got it. These kind of weird, dumb, like homages to the fucking video game.
Well, that's when Doom, the franchise, was in a weird spot too.
It was in a weird spot, yeah. Well, no, this is after the Xbox Doom 3 had come out on the Xbox.
Yeah, Doom 3
and got it back up and got the popularity back up because
Doom 1 and Doom 2 were very kind of brutal, true to the roots. Doom 3 was a much more of a horror kind of game. It wasn't more like an adrenaline type, like you got to kill everything. So it was kind of like a pivot on the series, a very different game. So it was kind of, and I wonder, because Doom is considered to be like one of the most influential video games of all time. But I wonder if fans of that saw that trailer or whatever, and they're like, this is a piece of shit. And they didn't go see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like,
yeah, I'm sure they're, especially.
I'm sure the fans went and saw it, but it wasn't widely accepted. You know what I mean? Like
it was not. Like I said, it's $60 million to make. Domestic lifetime gross $28 million. International lifetime gross $29 million.
Okay, so they almost in there.
$58 million.
Yeah.
It didn't even make its money back.
No, it did not, sir.
Ouch.
Those are from the past here. In this here future, the movies have been getting better, and I think it's because of the CGI. Really, I mean, because in order to do if it's not a cartoon, then it has to be. Oh, sorry, it has to be fucking. I don't know. I'm a fanboy. Fuck all y'all.
Can we get stoned and lose your place?
I did, yeah. I'm gonna stall by making it back. Okay,
we know you, Teddy. Don't worry, we got you.
Awesome. So, the flip side of this, before I get to the highest grossing so far, and the ones that are actually pretty good, I thought they were pretty good. If you reverse this, if you take all the video games. All the movies that are made into video games, the same thing can be said. They fucking suck. You got that one, which is Goldeneye, which is everybody's fucking favorite. But for the most part, they all suck.
That was a groundbreaker at the time. I don't know how much Goldeneye would hold up. although they are remaking Goldeneye, and doing a new version of it.
Are they really?
Yeah. They
the thing is, like,
just
it was also
secured
a
the
time
rights
where
for it.
it was the first kind of more than 2-player multiplayer kind of
It
experience.
was.
Me and my siblings poured a lot of hours into Goldeneye.
Yeah, the
So
N64
much
was the first console to come out with that you could put 4 controllers on really without any kind of peripheral.
I tried playing Goldeneye, I don't know, several years ago, and one thing that struck me was how slow you move in that game. Because
that's true.
You got to remember, when you had the N64 controller, people didn't know how to use a fucking a stick, right?
There was no dual analog stick back then, so that was the first one. Yeah.
So they had to control the movement. You couldn't move around quickly, and now you try to play it, and it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ! I'm like in molasses here as I'm trying to move around. So I would be interested to see what they can do with it. Also, the Hitman 3 or the Hitman developers, they have Bond as an IP. They're going to make a Bond game in the future here. So I think that's going to be cool. Yeah.
All right.
So I think that'll be quite good.
Bond would be really badass as a big cinematic game, like Uncharted style.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Single player Bond like that.
They have a few of those. A bunch of them.
Aren't they making an Uncharted movie now?
Yeah, they do.
Speaking of video game movies.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, that's a Tom Holland.
Yep.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's in it.
The Uncharted movie's coming out. They have a show. They have a Halo show coming out that looks pretty fucking awesome. On Paramount and on HBO they have The Last of Us coming out, which is a really cool.
Oh, really?
Which is a really cool creepy game.
One?
Or
the guy it's like Apocalypse. It's not really zombie.
Yeah, it's was kind of sort of zombies. Got that.
Like mushroom zombie things.
Yeah, there's the zombie guys has a fungus going around. But
it reminds me more of like The Road.
Yeah,
very much like The Road. And the thing is about all of those games is they're all like the pinnacle of narrative, fucking like cinematic storytelling video games.
Oh yeah.
So I have high hopes for those.
And
I think
Matrix
those
could have been one of them too, but they fucked that up.
They fucked that up. Right.
Okay. So the number one video game, the highest grossing video game, is, can you all guess what it is?
Movie?
Grand Theft Auto.
Movie, you mean?
Yeah, movie.
Oh, the video game movie. I thought you meant
video game movie. Okay.
What do you think it is?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic. Yep.
You fucking looked.
I did?
You did fucking look.
No, I didn't.
Is that really the answer?
It is Sonic the Hedgehog, yes.
I knew it did well.
That's horrible.
I knew it did well, but I didn't think it was number one.
I never saw it because it looked stupid as shit.
What an amazing pivot, though. They redid that movie.
Yeah, they had to, because they made him. It's like just because it's based on something doesn't mean you get to change. I mean, it's the first Sonic looked freaky.
Didn't they just redo how he looked? I thought it was.
Well, dude, think about it though. He's the main fucking character throughout the entire thing.
Well, that's the thing I was going to say before, is that Doom and video game movies in that era, just like Teddy said with the CGI, kind of got fucked, because that was the golden era of fucking CGI. Like, CGI companies made so much money in the early 2000s because that was before people had computers that they could do it themselves.
They were the wizards.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Right. These dudes were the only ones that knew how to do it, and they knew that. So they're fucking, they're getting $500-600 an hour probably to fucking put this shit together.
Ranch, or whatever,
right? Exactly. Shit like that, where there was only a few places you could go to get this done, and it was, and that they suffered because of that. The budgets on them. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, fucking redoing the entire fucking main character probably cost them $80 and some fucking Red Bull.
Yeah.
Fiverr.
Computers did all.
So the budget for this movie, $85 million. It made $58 million opening weekend.
Wow.
Domestic so far it's done $148 million. 148.9 million. Internationally, he's done 170 million. So for a worldwide total of 319 million dollars.
Damn.
Who's in that? Isn't there someone famous?
Jim
in that?
Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's it. He plays
He's
He
Eggman.
plays Dr. Robotnik.
He plays Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never saw it. Like, is it good? Is it decent?
That's what I've read.
It's decent, man. I wouldn't see it with my son. It stays kind of it's one of those that's not it's based off of the IP, but it's still pretty good.
But
It's,
okay, let's put it this way. Would you go watch it by yourself?
Me, would I go watch it by myself? Yes, I would.
Okay. Would somebody who wasn't really into video games go watch it by themselves? Because I feel like you went because of your son.
They probably think it was
I went
like a
because,
Pixar
because I
movie or
wanted to see it,
something.
and
What's it getting
It was-
Rotten Tomatoes, Oracle,
right,
Rotten Tomatoes has got
for Sonic the Hedgehog?
It's my job. Sonic the
Yeah, right.
Hedgehog.
Jeez. I love
they
it.
got a
Sounds like he's
63.
in our newsroom.
You
doing
son of a
research.
bitch.
They got a 63.
63.
Yes.
63.
It's the number
Oh my
4
God, they're
on
making a second one.
yeah, they are.
Of course they are. It made a fucking
Idris Elba's
buttload of money.
Elba's in this one.
Idris Elba's in the second one.
Yeah, he plays Knuckles. Yeah, he's playing Knuckles.
What? Is he
Really?
still the voice
Yeah,
of Knuckles?
really?
Hey,
It'd be
that's
funny if
awesome.
it's
The
If they
voice
CG his
Knuckles
face on the.
Yeah.
be Idris Elba. Seriously?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Dude,
Who
look,
plays
I'll have to
Sonic?
watch this.
Sonic is played by Ben Schwartz, I believe.
Ben Schwartz. It sounds familiar.
It's a little Jew.
Yeah.
You
You've seen him before, but you probably didn't know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what he was in.
As they,
the number 2 highest grossing movie so far is Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
Okay, not a surprise.
Yeah.
It was this one. I've been playing Pokemon since it came out, and it was fucking Jesus Christ. Well, I guess that budget was fucking huge. So
Hey,
the fucking
Ryan Reynolds.
So,
this
his
is
biggest role, Ashtray, was in Parks and Rec.
Okay.
And Schwartz.
Ben
Just
Schwartz.
have to Google.
I'll
him.
just
Once
Google
you
it.
see him,
Yeah.
you'll be like, "Oh yeah, okay." Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah.
Scoozy.
Okay, this is backed up because this made more money, so this is gonna be. Oh, okay, no, okay. This is about
Opening?
opening. Yeah, it's about opening ranking. Okay.
Oh
That's why-
God, he is a little Jew.
Jesus. Okay. No.
Yeah, I remember that hair now.
Opening weekend. This Pokemon I actually like this movie. It's pretty good. 54 million is what it did opening weekend. Internationally to date, it's done 144. I'm sorry, domestically to date, it's done 144 million. Internationally, it's done 289 million.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
For a worldwide total of
Of course, Pokemon is
But
huge.
Sonic is
Right.
still
Fucking-
made more.
no Sonic.
Sonic had a bigger
opening.
opening.
Bigger
Oh,
opening.
okay.
Yeah,
Domestic.
This is off of opening. Yeah, domestic opening. This is fucking. It's this fucking huge, bro. I didn't know it did this well. I had no idea what this did this well. It stars Ryan Reynolds. Sorry, let me go back to this.
Hey,
Ryan
that's
Reynolds,
other people.
Justice Smith,
Yeah, and other
Catherine
people.
Newton, and Bill Nye as
Bill
I love.
Nye, isn't it?
Yeah,
Science
he's
guy?
he's one of it. Spoiler alert, he's the bad guy.
Nice.
Funny.
It got a 68 on Rotten Tomatoes. I actually fucking like this movie. It was Ryan Reynolds was pretty good as Pikachu. Have y'all seen this movie?
Haven't seen
No.
it.
Okay, well, this turned into a very, very esoteric subject. I like this. Cool. Are there any video game movies that you fellas watched that you all liked? Recently or in the past?
Well, not video game movies, but video game shows. So Arcane is quite good.
Arcane's fucking awesome, yes.
So this
What's
is
Arcane?
based
Witcher is pretty
Arcane's
badass.
a video
Arcane,
game show.
right? Arcane is based
League
off
of
of League of
Legends.
Legends.
League
And
of
I-
Legends, the MOBA,
This
MOBA
is
game.
so. This has like full. League of Legends is kind of like a something that you are not close down to the characters or whatever as you're playing this game, but they have this really rich universe, and they have built like just this amazing animated series off of that. I agree with Mystic with The Witcher. Now, The Witcher has a series of books that have come out, which are very popular. The video games, Project Red has been making those. They've done a great job with those. And I would say that I haven't read the books, but just from playing the games, the show does reference the video game quite a bit, and it uses the music and things like
about that. Henry Cavill is a huge fanboy, and he annoys the people on set and the director about like, hey, this is a scene you all trying to do from page like 152 of the fucking of the second. we should do it this way and shit. So
maybe the video game was really aligned with the book. I haven't read it or the books. But those are really cool. Those are the ones that come to mind for me in terms of video game one.
You know what one that a lot of people didn't like, but I thought it was cool just because there wasn't CGI in it, was Need for Speed.
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Like that was all actual race car drivers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And Michael Keaton's
pretty fucking impressive.
I actually like
that it was based off thing. It was just I thought the fucking stunts were cool.
The first Silent Hill.
Oh yeah, I forgot
movie.
Yeah, it came out April 21st, 2006.
Pretty creepy.
Yeah.
It did.
That game creeped me the fuck out, dude.
Yeah, that game did creep me the fuck out too. Fucking shit.
Running through fucking fog and weird like dog monsters coming out of nowhere.
Okay, so two video game movies that kind of caught me. That were very entertaining and funny. The Angry Birds movies. Have y'all seen these?
Yes, actually, I did see the first one.
Yeah, I did see the first one.
The first one is funny as shit.
Yeah, it was pretty decent.
Pretty funny too.
It's pretty funny.
And it's a game.
Are they on Disney or?
No, they're on. I think they're on Hulu or I think they're on Hulu. I believe either Hulu or Netflix because we've watched them a bunch of times.
So what about? I forgot what I was just gonna say.
Okay, so Need for Speed. I'm looking at Need for Speed right now. 2014.
Has anyone seen that Castlevania show?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the cartoon.
Oh, that's supposed to be good too, right?
It is. Yeah. It is very good.
I haven't seen the newest season, but
yeah.
1 through 3.
It's pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking bloody.
The other big video game movie, I haven't seen it, but I heard terrible things about it, was Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah.
I actually liked Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all.
But see, I'm a huge fan of the games, and I think it did. It did not do well.
It just wasn't a well-made movie. I think they just threw Michael Fassbender into a movie, and they're like, "Fucking, it's gonna be big," Like,
oh, really?
That's my opinion. That's what I thought. Opinion. But I'm a fan. So
it did not do well. Domestic opening, $10 million.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, had a budget of $125 million.
Damn.
To date, domestic has made $54 million. International has made $186 million, and worldwide has made $240 million. So it did not do well. I actually enjoyed. I own every Assassin's Creed game, including the phone game.
God, how many are there now?
What about Prince of Persia?
Prince of Persia, I thought was another great video game movie.
Really, you like that?
I like that one too because it was because I played the fuck out of the reboot that came out on PS2. I played the fuck out of that when it came out.
That was a good game.
And this is what this movie's what the game was based off of.
Wall and shit was so
fucking jumping Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes, it was.
Why is Jake Gyllenhaal the fucking main protagonist?
It's Prince of Persia, dude.
Right.
That's like. I don't know.
But Persian.
They wanted to whitewash the movie. I don't know.
Who's throwing big cools on my Persian rug?
Yeah, I know. This game is spray tan.
He gave a spray tan. He talked with a British accent. He did great.
Right. Yeah.
As far as the Assassin's Creed thing goes, whenever I play an Assassin's Creed game, minus the first 3 or 4, after that, I hate everything that has to do with the Animus in the games.
Really? Because you get in and out of it?
Yeah, because it's like, hey, this story, this is cool. I'm really enjoying this. Like, I like seeing the blocks, but when you get out of the Animus and you have to do your thing, like it it feels like it's tacked on, and then they do this insane
the pacing of the video
right. It
game.
stops this, and it's this insane story
Yeah.
that you don't even comprehend. I didn't know when I finished Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like,
you don't know when you finish. That's why I can't be. That's why Odyssey and Valhalla. I can't. I finished Origins after like 10 years, but I can't do. They're making them too fucking big.
right,
I mean,
they're
you
making
can't
them
make
big,
a game
and the
too big, yeah.
animus is so incomprehensible. It's just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I don't even
Now, this
understand
animus,
what the
isn't this
story
the
is.
thing where it's just like, oh, it's the company that's got a weird scientific thing that puts
Well,
you in
that's
the past.
Yeah,
That's
the
the story,
animus
though,
is
but yeah,
like the
The memory.
immersion.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
you
like
get-
you
that's how you get
get
that, yeah.
into it, and then you go into like the
But they're just
DNA
overusing
memory
it
or
as
whatever.
and they're relying
A plot
on it like the
device.
force. They're
Right.
using it
It's
like
the
the
force,
You know
right?
what
Yeah.
I mean? It's
Right.
Mhm.
They just go back to it. If you can't
Oh
explain
God,
it,
the
it's the
animus
force.
gave me anal warts. Fuck.
It does it every fucking time. It gives me an awards. So okay, last two I'm going to talk about here because they're pretty popular. The two Hitman movies. All right.
I
Hitman,
had
the
never
first
seen
one.
them.
which starred first one came out in 2007. Starred Timothy Olyphant. I can never say his last name.
Oliphant.
Oliphant, whatever. Hitman Agent 47, which came out in 2015. Both high pieces of shit.
Hmm.
If you,
Yeah, I didn't like either one either.
I didn't like either one of them.
I don't think I
did-
made it through the second one.
I did. I made it through the second one only because Siler was the bad guy. Yeah, I can't remember
Oh,
the guy who played
Quinto.
the guy who played Siler. Yeah,
Yeah, I love him. He's
Yeah,
great
he-
in American Horror Story, the first season of American Horror Story.
Fuck, I forgot they made a movie out of Wing Commander. And it
Yeah.
starred Freddie Prinze
Oh,
Jr.
yeah,
Freddie Prinze
that's
Jr.
right,
Yeah, remember
yeah.
that shit? Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually seen that movie.
Yeah, when I was looking at this topic, I got like I've got like the top 48 movies, whatever, grossing movies and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, like they had a Postman Pat the movie.
But you didn't talk about Uwe Boll.
Who?
There was a Max Payne movie.
Uwe Boll.
Oh yeah, the Max Payne with
Max Payne movies were
Was that with Mark Wahlberg?
Mark
yeah,
Wahlberg, yeah.
Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Yep, a hot piece of shit.
Yeah, that was a piece of shit.
Opening weekend did 17 million. Lifetime gross for that movie is only 40. Max Payne's only 40 million, and they cost 30
So
million to make.
you did a video game thing. They didn't say anything about Uwe Boll.
Uwe Boll. What the hell's Uwe
He's a
Boll?
German filmmaker, and he's fucking came to prominence in the 2000s for his adaptations of video game franchises. He released theatrically. The films were critical and commercial failures. His 2005 adaptation of Alone in the Dark is considered one of the worst films ever made.
Oh.
He made.
Yeah, I see that here listed. That had Christian Slater and Tara Reid in it. I mean, Tara Reid. There you
Yeah.
go.
So he made House of the Dead, Alone
Yeah.
in the Dark, Alone in the Dark 2, Blood Rain 2,
Oh, I heard
Blood
the Blood
Rain,
Rain
the Third
movies are
Reich.
terrible.
In the Name
Yeah.
of the King 1 and 2. Yeah, he just made he made Postal Far Cry. He made that was a fucking slappy piece of shit. Remember that fucking movie?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Far Cry.
Jesus,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
horrible, dude.
Yeah, I did. I see these on here. Lowest movies he made. Yeah, Blood Rain opening did 1 million, only made 2 million. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Well, Blood Rain was like a knockoff Legacy of Kain, wasn't it? Were those
Sort of,
popular games?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
what
was,
is she?
yeah, that was-
What universe
that was
she
the,
come from?
I don't know. She killed Nazis. She was a vampire chick with blades on her arms. Killed Nazis.
Was she
Right.
from a comic though, or was she?
I don't remember. I just
was it
remember
just a video game?
It came out. It was on the original Xbox, and it was in PlayStation 2, I believe. And it was fucking yeah. And it was I re-downloaded the shit on Xbox to play them again, and they don't hold up at all.
That Werewolves Within was supposedly based on.
Oh yes, and Werewolves
game
Within.
too.
I'm
What
gonna
the
talk
fuck?
about this one. We'll talk about. Yes,
That was
it was
based off of a
It's
game?
based off of a fucking game. Yes, a
Really?
2016 VR game.
Oh my
fucking
god,
Canadian game.
Yeah.
dude! Read this. This paragraph is the most. If I was Uwe Boll, I would take this paragraph and print it out and put it on my wall as motivation. As of April 2015, House of the Dead, for which Video Hound's Golden Movie Retriever described Boll as a cinematic train wreck, and Alone in the Dark appear on IMDb's bottom 100 list. In a review of Alone in the Dark, Rob Vox states that the movie makes other bad movie directors feel better in comparison. It's okay, they'll tell themselves, I didn't make Alone in the Dark. Another reviewer wrote that Alone in the Dark was so poorly built, so horribly acted, and so sloppily stitched together that it's not even at the straight-to-DVD level.
Wow.
And one critic has dubbed Uwe Boll as the Jonas Brothers of movie directors.
Damn.
Holy shit. Okay, so yeah, the last one I want to talk about here is this was referred. This is kind of people say this is one of the best movie adaptations of a video game. Is the Werewolves at the End, which I didn't know was a video game. It's a 2016 VR game where the game is set in a medieval fantasy town that's being attacked by a werewolf, and players are tasked to guess.
VR game.
Yeah, came out December 6th.
Early VR.
Windows came out for Microsoft Windows and PlayStation 4. So I'm guessing it was the PSVR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, PlayStation VR. And it's multiplayer too, huh? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rampage. There's that. I put that Rampage movie on.
Oh, Rampage. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
Rampage is
It's
Isn't that The Rock?
Yeah,
It
it
is
is
The
The Rock.
again.
And it's number 5 on the biggest openings because
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's all
$35
right.
million. That movie
Yeah,
sucked.
like,
Fuck.
there
$35 million.
was a lot of
Pretty
fun
bad, dude.
destruction.
It was
but
pretty
like
fucking
the
horrible.
plot was
It made this much money only because of The Rock. Okay, $35 million was the opening.
Yeah.
The budget was $120 million. It made 101 million domestic, 327 international, and 428 million.
Damn.
Worldwide so far.
How are you going to make an adaptation of Rampage?
Right.
You know,
See, a lot of people probably didn't even know it was an adaptation.
Right.
They just saw a movie called Rampage about some fucking mutant fucking shit. You
Yeah.
know?
And The Rock said it.
Right, exactly. I think it's pretty cool.
Oh, did you notice that in the like high tower office where I don't know, it was like brother sister who were running the fucking evil corporation? There was a Rampage arcade game in the corner of their office. Up there.
Really?
I was like, those motherfuckers.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for our topic here. We're running a little over on time, fellas. I've got all these stats for these movies off of boxofficemojo.com. If you want to check it out to see if you're a fan of video game movies, see how good or pretty much bad a movie you feel like you did. We're gonna move it on here. We're gonna go to the what's sexy part of the show, and we're gonna start it off with scroll down. Sorry.
Jesus, don't yell at our audience, Teddy.
Scroll down.
They're just
I need to scroll
mortals.
up. God damn it.
Teddy
Jesus
scrolled him.
Christ.
Teddy
Yeah,
scrolled him.
First off is Oracle. Fuck you with Wreckfest, you little piece of shit.
Wreckfest. So I finally gave Wreckfest a chance. I had.
Give Wreckfest.
Is this the old 360 game or is this an Xbox?
Well, they've been working on this game for a long time, and then they re-released it in like 2019 with the new systems that came out. And I've got to say, for a game that was in development hell for a long time, since like 2015, this game plays really well. Like the controls are good. It's a lot of fun. There's a cool campaign with a progression that's actually meaningful. That's one of the things that I have a problem with the new Forza games, Forza Horizon games, is that here you go, you've got everything. And yeah, you unlock stuff on the way, but you don't need to win the races. And, you know, they kind of just give you everything. So there isn't that big of a reward for actually, you know, winning the races. And it's great. It plays well on the PC, plays well on the Xbox. And one thing that struck me about this game is the wheel support is fantastic. It's outstanding with the steering wheel. Once again, going back to Forza Horizon 5, I mean, the wheel support's terrible with these games. They've got some kind of weird force that is pulling your wheel in other directions and shit. And this feels very good with a wheel. I put up a video on our website, theredeyereport.com. I put some loops together to make some tracks with some crashes early on in the game. Really cool. It's on Game Pass. Yeah, Game Pass Ultimate. You can get it as well. I'm looking forward to checking out the multiplayer with this. And it's just fucking mayhem. You'll be.
I'd play the multiplayer with you.
Hell yeah, dude.
I would too.
Yeah, I actually
I'll
just
play
got
with
it downloaded. I haven't
Yeah,
played it yet.
like the tracks are cool because when you do the more advanced tracks, they have like a figure 8 where you are driving into traffic. Like they want you to have crashes and it's just mayhem. So if somebody's in the lead or whatever, hey, shit can change really quickly, but it doesn't punish you. So I remember when I played Forza online with you, Mystic, and you've played Forza a lot, but I tried it online, and it kind of gives me a little bit of that feel where it's a little bit of mayhem, where it's just like a bunch of guys come in here and you pick your different car levels. They don't match up, and people are just driving to have fun. And this is more like, okay, we want you to crash together. We've specifically set this up.
Like a niche night at a local racetrack, because they have figure 8 races, like at the Slinger racetrack and shit, with demo derby cars.
Yeah.
They basically, you just fucking hold on and pray you don't fucking get T-boned.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And
like,
it's
that's
cool.
crazy.
And they have and they say this is a spiritual successor to Demolition Derby. I don't know if you guys played that on the original PS1.
Okay. That was the one. That was the Derby.
And they have demolition derbies, and it's fucking awesome to be able to do that. And
I'm playing. I'm gonna download that bitch.
Yeah, and they have like these different events too, where you can one guy's got the bus, and he's got to take everybody out during the race.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or you get
this is Top Gear shit.
Yeah,
like they do like in real life.
Right. It's a lot of fun. And
so
when I first looked at this game, I thought oh, well, it's probably okay, but it probably runs like shit. And, the engine is shit. It looks good. And the controls are very good with this game. The only thing that I would say kind of a knock against it is just the sound in the cars. It's pretty generic. It's not bad, but it's not like, with a game like Forza Horizon 5 has very good sound in the cars, but
21 gigs.
It's a good game, dude. We should try it. I think Teddy, you said you'd want to crash into everybody. That's what you do in this game.
Yeah, right.
Like you crash in, you're supposed to crash into people.
I don't want to crash into people. I just if the game won't let me drift in my Lamborghini at 160, then I will crash into it.
Yeah.
So it's not me. It's the game saying, hey, your Lamborghini can't do that in this game. So I just
Teddy's
I don't
want your physics, bitch.
I mean, really, I don't play this shit for the reality. Okay. Now let me drift.
Well, there you go. I think this is the game. We should do multiplayer. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Heck
Stream
yeah.
that shit and have fun.
Yeah, we should.
Be down.
Word. We're way over on time, Teddy.
We are. Yeah, sorry. My bad. Up next is Mystic with Prof.
Keep her moving.
All right, Prof is a white idiot rapper. But he's pretty funny. His videos are fucking hilarious. So the first one there is a video, Bar Breaker. It's just cleverly shot. The song is what it is. I'm not a big fan of the beats or anything. He's got some kind of skill, but his videos are fucking hilarious. And the second one there is he just played a show in Madison, Wisconsin, and he did a Prof's day off. The next day, they just got hammered. They went to the Great Dane at 11 a.m. and the fucking owner gave him a tour and gave him all kinds of free beer and shit. And he just gets fucking hammered and he goes outside and he's like, I'll give $20 to the first person who can get a stranger into the van. He's like, they can't be a Prof fan. Trying to get people into the van and shit. And then they go to this park to play football, and like there's just some
this is
there's
at
like
the
some
Great Dane. Right
yeah,
now.
there's just like some dudes. There's just like some dudes grilling brats on a little Weber grill. It's fucking, fucking 20 degrees outside and shit. Like that's the most Wisconsin shit like I've ever seen. He's like later on he's like this motherfucker gave me a piece of cheese. It's like three.
Where's he from?
Yeah, where's he from?
I don't even know. I don't even know where he's from. Not the Midwest, because he was pretty.
Right.
He was kind of out of his element. It was funny though. And then later on, he went to bad taste. No, a bad something. There's a tattoo shop in Madison, pretty big one, I guess. And he somehow let the owners of the shop let him tattoo them.
What?
So like he did these like really shitty tattoos on him. Yeah, it's
oh my
horrible.
god!
Oh
It's
man,
fucking funny as fuck. Though.
As a tattoo artist? Oh
he
man,
is not a tattoo artist. No,
I know, but as a tattoo artist, you're gonna let this rando dude?
right? I know. Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
sure tattoo artists have a number of tattoos on themselves. They're like, yeah, here's some early dumb shit I did that I haven't fucking fixed.
Yeah, but Ashtray, this is really bad.
Maybe they just wanted to be on because they had a film crew. So it's like, all right,
I guess.
peer pressure.
Right,
Otherwise
right.
some Yahoo off the street comes in, let me tattoo you, motherfucker. Like no.
Anyway, the video, he's fucking hilarious. So anyway, that's it.
Check him out. Up next is me with Peacemaker. Peacemaker is a spinoff of the second the James Gunn fucking what's the name of that group? Suicide Squad. Yeah, it takes up season 1. The first 3 episodes are out. It takes place right after the movie. I mean the recap for the episode is the
they show him going into the hospital room.
Yeah, shit. Can you play that video here? This is the intro for the fucking. This show is funny as fuck. I mean, John Cena, it's
he
John
was the
Cena's
best part of that movie. Him and Idris Elba.
And
their interactions were the best part.
He's gonna be I think he's gonna be a great actor up there with The Rock. Like he's fucking. This shit's funny as fuck. It's check it out. If you have HBO Max, you gotta check it out. If you don't, steal it.
So what is it a show or just another movie?
Yeah,
it's a show. It's a show. James Gunn executive produced it. It takes place after the Project Starfish movie. If you saw it, if you haven't seen it, you don't like.
I think I see some of the. They were the people who knocked that bitch out at the end.
Right. Yeah.
They
worked the thing. They knocked her out. It's fucking. Yeah. It's a funny fucking show. So just check it out. So goddamn funny. Then next up is Ashtray with New Balls.
New balls. I'll make it quick here, but just show that picture in the outline. So, Oracle's seen my meat raffle. Used to be these poker chips with numbers on them. Well,
that's your bird cage.
Chips, they don't fucking shake. Yeah. So,
damn.
Like getting a nice bingo cage is like fucking $200, right? But I spent the money on like the professional balls. And
that actually looks pretty fucking classy for Baldwin Street.
It's funny. People laugh, get a fucking kick out of it. It's one of those antique, like, you get at Hobby Lobby or fucking, like you'd put a fake plant in it or some shit.
Right.
It's not like a real bird cage, but you just put the bingo balls in there, and so I just shake the motherfucker up.
I'm pretty sure you can find a bingo ball roller on Amazon for like $25.
They're real cheap ones, but they're for also the smaller balls. Like I got the balls that are like
got the big balls.
Got the big balls.
These are like Powerball balls, Like what I need to do is like rig up a reverse vacuum shop vac, blowing wind up and like.
There you go.
Make one pop up the tube.
Yeah.
Yep. Get yourself some super magnets off of Amazon. Have it launch out. 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, right.
That's a whole
maim people. Yeah, right. If
I
hit you get a free shot.
I see you have some new sticks here too.
Oh yeah.
But you'll have to pay for the ride to the fucking hospital.
Yeah, my paddles were getting people bang them on the bar. while I'm drawing the number, make them more lucky, and I've had a
Really?
few of them snap. Yeah,
I want that lukewarm
the
pool
stupidest
table
shit
meat,
I've ever
man.
heard.
Come on, baby.
well, I
And-
tell people that just like a
I want that meat. Come on now.
Give me that
You know,
side of ribs.
tell the people with those paddles now, just like a consenting partner, you can
And-
beat them.
And
But don't
these
break 'em.
sticks don't smell like puke.
You can
So
beat
that's
'em,
good.
Don't break them.
I think you're a DJ only because you like to hear yourself talk.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
No.
Next up, we're gonna
Why
try
do any of us do
fucking
Oh, Yeah, right?
think section of the show. First up is Oracle with nothing going on here. Cough, cough.
So I'm in Wisconsin right now, and just like anywhere in the country, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but fucking COVID is everywhere right now. I have so many people, so many students, and everybody that have COVID. Fortunately, it's Omicron, so it's not as bad as what the Delta was. But, let's just get this shit over with.
Right, it's like the flu now. It's just gonna run its course.
Right.
Well,
I'm
that's what
pretty
I've been
sure.
telling people. Like, when are we
I
just
mean,
going to
yeah,
decide to
it's
treat this
never
like
till the-
a new flu? Because it's
Yeah.
never going to go away if it's traveling this easily.
Right.
Right.
And I guess the thing that I had, I was at the Quick Trip or whatever, and
Fucking
The-
Quick Trip. That's where you get it.
the lady behind the counter not
Probably right
wearing
by
a,
the fried chicken.
right, not wearing a
Right.
mask or whatever, and she's just hacking away as she's talking to me, and it's
Oh,
like,
my God, no.
we're fucking, and she's like, oh, let me just grab a drink, it's like
She
this is
worked there?
yeah, she worked there. She's
No mask on either?
at the it's like there's some shit
Is
going
this in
around
Marshfield or Black River?
in Black River, and it's
It
like
must be fucking only in Dane County where at least the tenants.
Milwaukee has a mask mandate now.
Oh,
too.
thank
But does it-
God.
We don't.
Actually, Milwaukee has handed out like 4 million fucking, or no, it was 2 million like N95 masks in the last like 3 days.
yeah.
Oh,
You just
nice.
drive up to these locations and they throw you a bag of 20 of them. Basically, you just drive off.
I mean,
I got one.
if there
Okay.
it's one thing whether you want to get vaccinated or not, but also you can't tell me that if you're coughing in to an N95 mask or another mask, like a surgical mask or something like that, that isn't going to stop most of the shit that is coming out of your mouth from going everywhere else.
Fucking assholes. I brought this shit up. When people were dying from this shit, I brought this shit up. Y'all like, but Teddy, it does something.
What are you talking about? N95 masks are clinically proven to
Yeah.
stop 95%.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, just put a mask on and you're coughing or whatever, and it's
Oh, I
not.
thought you were saying if you're coughing and you have a mask on, it isn't going to stop it.
No, I'm saying wear a mask so
Yeah.
your shit
Right.
isn't going everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't need to be out of work for fucking forever. Once your
Exactly.
fever breaks, you're not fucking contagious anymore. Just wear a fucking
what they
mask and
tell
go back
us.
to work.
Just put a fucking
Like,
mask on.
We don't
Yeah,
know
this is
anymore.
like, this is gonna be the flu.
I-
And yeah, now everyone's all fucking gun shy about it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yes. Dude, I constantly hit my little vape pens.
Well,
Yeah,
did you
you-
see the
People are looking at me and I'm like, it's a weed cough, bro. Weed cough.
that die cut
That's
vinyl I
it.
did in the bathroom at the bar was with the face only a mother could love, you better keep that mask on. It's just like, come on, people.
I mean,
And,
it's
and you know, there are other people around us that are immune compromised, like Ashtray,
Mhm.
your mom,
Exactly.
Oracle.
exactly.
what I'm
That's
saying?
why
Like,
I'm being
that's-
super careful about it. It's
Right.
like,
You know,
You
and
know,
I
I'm-
get it. That's why I wear my shit. Like,
exactly.
whatever.
It's
Mhm.
like, okay,
do it.
yeah, we're getting through this. This is kind of becoming a normalized thing. But also, if you were coughing with like a cold or with a flu or whatever, and if there was the option, like the Asians have been doing forever, Japanese especially, they wear a fucking mask.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, I'm going to cough. I'm not going to spread that shit everywhere. Trust me, your elbow is not the most
Ain't doing
effective
shit.
way to stop that. It's, spraying everywhere. So, yeah, I don't know. That was just kind of my thing. It's like, it's a little ridiculous. I'm not trying to fucking control your life, but a little common sense here.
They're so American, though, that they can't have the government tell them what to do.
I've been telling people, it's like, it's a simple courtesy. For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's like holding the door for someone. Don't tell me to hold the door for
anybody that has a persistent cough, that is coughing or sneezing, wear a fucking mask. I don't want to get your cold or your flu or whatever you have either. Just fucking cover
it doesn't
up.
have to be right. I don't want to get the flu either or a cold. You know what I mean? I don't want to fucking get
cover
sick.
It up.
So yeah, if you're coughing, cover that shit up.
Yeah.
Wash your hands, nasty bitch.
Yeah. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Brush your goddamn teeth.
Bitch. Up next is Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor. So today, unfortunately, not undercover, but off-duty Milwaukee detective got shot in the stomach while he was trying to fucking save some woman from getting carjacked. And so they do like a press conference, right? And the mayor comes out and he's like, and he just took over for fucking what's his face?
Tom Barrett.
Fuck was it? Tom Barrett. Barrett left to be the ambassador to fucking.
Barrett was mayor forever.
Yeah, like 12 years. Mayor of the ambassador to Luxembourg. That's what he went to do, which is
sounds like a job.
Easy gig.
Yeah, sounds like an easy gig. Yeah. So he took over. His name's Cavalier Johnson, black dude, but that doesn't really matter. But he came out.
Cavalier Johnson.
Yeah, that's his name, right? So he was the lieutenant governor. Now he took over. Or mayor. So he came out and he's like, he gets like all pissy, like he does like this like pissed off black guy voice, like, enough. It's goddamn enough. Stop with the violence around. You know what I mean? Like yelling. But nothing is gonna change.
Yeah, how many times are you gonna say?
Even the kids that they caught aren't gonna go to prison. You know what I'm saying? They'll fucking do like a year, maybe, and they'll let them out. You know what I'm saying? Like they just, it's fucking ridiculous. I can't stand when they, you just know nothing is going to change.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Well, when he's saying a little longer since he shot a cop.
Well, they're 17 and 18 though. What's going to happen is they're going to do maybe
I didn't realize they were that young.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking, the dude's going to live. I don't think it's life threatening. He's just like, he's in fucking stable.
Well, they said he was stable, but it was life-threatening injuries. But
they're still gonna do some years. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I guarantee you they don't get more than 5, and they do too.
For shooting a cop, man.
Yep.
Shooting a cop, yeah. I mean, one of them's 18. They're gonna try to make an example of these little black kids. Trust me.
Nope. I'll tell you because we'll cover it. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's true.
We'll know about it.
Keep me posted. I want to put some money on.
2 years from now, mark your calendar.
Yep, pretty much.
We'll talk about it.
If you're 17,
thing.
you tried as an adult.
Right. You'll see. They won't do more than 2.
Yeah, sure.
They won't do
Next
more
up
than 2.
Is Ashtray with everybody wanting a civil war up in her.
Oh God, I don't know if you've noticed these fucking. I saw at least 3.
Oh yeah.
Headlines for different whether it be opinion pieces or the Guardian and the New York Post. It's like, is the U.S. headed for civil war? And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, is this just is that echo chamber? Because you notice how the media, I guess to feed the 24/7 media, the media has to reflect upon itself, and so it's writing about itself and whatnot. And so it's like I'm reading articles about whether or not
it's all meta.
America's going to go to civil war or not. And I don't know, at least one of them seemed like, okay, it's legit. It's like, okay, don't cool your tits. Like, America isn't going to go to civil war unless we have a real solid reason that we feel are all going to get behind if we're going to start actually going to bloodshed.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like right now, ask yourself, what's that? There isn't really one thing that we're all fucking mad about.
Right.
Anyways, yeah, my fuck what you think is just really, we have to have 3 or 4 articles about, we've been saying this shit for a long time now. And I still look at some of those the way we were firebombing buildings during Vietnam here
Right.
in Madison,
Mhm.
like, yeah, they did some fucking punk ass shit, and they did try to firebomb with a roll of paper towels into the Dane County Jail, but like what they did here during George Floyd was baby steps compared to what they did back then.
Right.
So I don't know. I think
Yeah.
we're a ways away, and we get too many distractions. It's like people aren't gonna go to fucking
I get it, but you got a lot of like no ball having gun toting white boys out here that are like itching for this shit.
Oh yeah.
But I will say that those people are the loudest people.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah, they are the loudest people. Yeah, exactly. But
You know,
they're also the dumbest I feel like they're also the dumbest people in something they do can set it off.
Yeah.
They're
I
gonna
think
have
there's still going to be there'll be
this summer
violence at
something's
the
gonna.
protests, but
I
like
mean, yeah, this summer
an
something's gonna
actual
happen. and
civil
they're gonna
war, like you don't have any organized, to have a civil war, you would need state secessions.
Exactly. You
And
would
you're not
need
going to be
a
getting
south or an area
right?
yeah,
to try
Right.
to fucking uprise
to hold
against
and
the
defend
rest.
and to like
Oh,
It's
dude,
yeah.
not just a few pockets of fucking rednecks.
some crazy white dude with fucking 150 acres is gonna declare his shit fucking.
Yeah, and that won't be
But
a
that's
war
not
though.
you.
It'll be
that's
just
not a civil war though. That's
yeah,
fucking,
that's just
Right.
a fucking skirmish with some
it's just
hillbilly.
the media pushing shit, man. Just
Yeah,
trying
they're
to be
just
fucking.
stoking that
Well,
fear.
yeah.
Oh, the world's going to hell. Have you ever sat back and thought about how we are always worried that the world's going to hell?
No.
It's a continual thing.
Have you ever sit back and worried how many crazy fucking white people are out in America?
Well,
Oh,
we
yeah,
are
all the time.
white, so we don't think about
know
it as
it.
much as you do.
Y'all don't. White people never see white people and shit up. I understand.
Well,
Next
Right.
thing with
obviously.
Teddy with goddamn
Right.
Reynolds.
I think
Right.
any race does that, right?
Yes.
Next up is me, Teddy, with goddamn Kyle Reynolds.
I thought you froze. You just like
So I
stared
rented.
at
No, I
the camera.
didn't. I just stared at the camera.
Okay.
Yeah. So I rented a car for our last thing I do for a trip is rent a car. My wife actually rented. She actually rented it this time. But it turns out that I always get it at the airport. I get it at the airport. I drop it off at the airport. And I look at the thing. I'm like, this isn't the airport address. It's like 25 minutes away from the airport. And the car is at.
Really?
And I'm like, why is it there? So I call Hertz. I'm like, hey, I rent cars all the time. Hi, and I'm the one who did the rental. She's paid for it. And so I was like, what the fuck? I was like, well, I need to change this from the airport. It's like, but I actually went through Expedia when I did it. So I was like, fuck, I did go through
There's a
Expedia.
mistake.
So I had to call Expedia. So I had to call Expedia to get it changed. So when I called Hertz, it took me like 5 minutes to get to a real person. So I called Expedia, and the Expedia guy's like, okay, I gotta call Hertz to get it changed for you. I'm like, I thought you could just change it for me, a little shit, but go ahead and call him. We're on wait for like 45 minutes. He's like, yeah. He's like, we'll have to try again because there's nobody there. I'm like, dude, I got in like 5 minutes. What'd you do wrong? Like, do I need to call them and like three-way you in?
Ain't nobody there.
And it turns out I cannot get it changed because there's a rental car shortage in Orlando for spring break. They don't have if you go to Hertz at the airport, they don't have any cars for the dates I'm looking for, like no cars at all in any category. So that's why it's at this place here. I gotta go. So after we get our luggage and shit, we got to catch an Uber to fucking to the place to get the car.
I guess that's a big thing around here during spring break, and we ran into this last time. Minivans, they wouldn't even rent minivans anymore because they were just out of them.
Yeah,
like they were because like kids will fucking 8 kids will pile into a minivan and drive down to Florida.
Right. Yeah, and I know the rental companies, they took a huge hit from COVID. I flew,
that's why they sold off a lot of their cars.
Yeah, I flew early on in COVID, and I remember going into Minneapolis, and there were just all of these cars parked in the parking garage, and people had drawn on the dust on the cars, like "clean me" or whatever, of all of these rental cars that were just sitting there. So I'm sure they had tons of inventory that they had to get rid of, and I think a few of the companies went under too.
Yeah. Well, I was when I was on the website looking for a car. I ended up getting a Nissan Rogue, which was the biggest thing they had. Everything else was they had one pickup truck and then like Nissan Versas and shit, and those are like way too small for 4 people and luggage. So I was looking for something bigger with a trunk, but I couldn't get it. So I was like, holy shit, there's no cars. No cars. All right, and that's our show. In all seriousness, go fuck yourself, Mila. Jovovich, whatever your fucking last name is. That's our show. We're going to be here every Wednesday or Thursday, night, 10 p.m. Central. We're going to choose because it's our fucking show. Make sure you join the conversation at facebook.com / the Red Eye Report or the redeyereport.com. What?
You fucked up.
I did. That's the conversation at the redeyereport.com or facebook.com / the Red Eye Report. You can also not Twitter us anymore because Mystic got us banned.
Fuck Twitter. Twitter's not a real place.
I thought you were going to make a new account, Teddy. That was your New Year's resolution. You're at fucking the 13th.
Fuck, man.
Dude, I really don't want a Twitter. Every time I get on, I'm a Twitter. I'm gonna get on here, but it'll just be me fucking.
It'll just make your life worse. So
I mean, yeah. It's just, yeah. I'm really waiting for this the Trump one to come out. I think we should get on that one. I think we'll have fun.
Oh, is that not out yet?
I don't think it's ever. It's called the Truth or something.
I'm not going on that fucking
of course, the Truth.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Truth, yeah. Or something like that.
Making Firestarter.
Really?
Prodigy song?
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. The pyrotechnic
movie Firestarter.
Firestarter with Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, I forgot about that movie.
It's rated R this time.
Are we still on the fucking air?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
We are.
I'm Oracle.
Dumb shits. This is Ashtray.
I'm really high.
Yeah, I'm Teddy. This is the Red Eye Report.